Greetings. This is a chosen one message. So chosen ones are just people who have a calling on their life. And I believe everyone has a calling on their life, but not everyone has stepped into the era where they are listening or receiving that calling upon their life. Because I know there is me before I heard the calling that God had upon my life, and then there's me now after. Okay, so anywho, going into our messages, first things first, there is a lot here about God's plan, about God's hand, and I am going to be reading a lot of verses. This is why I call this one a chosen one message, because it is going to be a bit more biblical. Now, Jesus was not trying to make bad people good people. He was trying to bring people back to life who are basically walking around as zombies, walking around as lifeless, walking around with a dull, soulless being, a soulless vessel. Jesus brought people back to life. He wasn't walking around judging people, trying to make bad people good people. Okay, so that is a huge part of this. Also, now taking this away from biblical stuff and just speaking on humanity. I was listening to Patrick Bet-David, and he said in this podcast, he was like, you know why Jews are so rich? They're so rich because when one gets wealthy, they make their whole family wealthy. When one Jew is rich, then 10 of them become rich. However, in other cultures, when one person gets rich, then the rest of the family kind of betrays or bastardizes that person and kind of starts gossiping about them or separates them. It creates separation and isolation. So there is something here about camaraderie. There is something here about needing to heal camaraderie and also needing to learn about other cultures and taking what you can from other cultures rather than bastardizing them and saying this is bad, this is good, this is bad, this is good. Because doing that doesn't work. And that's not what Jesus was about anyway. It wasn't about this is bad, this is good. It was let's bring vitality back. Let's bring heart back to the people. I'm coming back to the heart of Jesus, I'm coming back to the heart of worship is what I'm hearing. It's a really good song. Okay, now also there's something here about, I didn't even know this singer, Jelly Roll. Okay, so there's this singer, Jelly Roll, and I guess he's like a country singer and a rapper and kind of a rap rock country, a little bit of all the different genres there. However, he is like a larger guy, and he's married to this woman, Bunny, who, kind of looks, I think she used to be an S worker. But anywho, if you saw them, they just totally look mismatched. But if you watch them together and you see them together, you know that their love is so genuine, so real, so beautiful, and so perfect. It's like ordained by God. So there is someone here who, your person is someone that doesn't look like someone that people would pin for you to be with. Whether it's you guys have totally different spiritual beliefs, you guys are different sizes, you guys are different races, you guys are just different. So someone here, the person that you're meant to be with is going to be perhaps like an odd relationship like Jelly Roll and Bunny. Now, the song that I was channeling from him though is I only talk to God when I need a favor. So some of you are learning to not just talk to God when you need a favor, but learning how to talk to God and find God in all of the small parts of life. There's also something here about holding your tongue. Proverbs 12:18, the words of the reckless are like swords, but the words of the wise bring healing. So people are learning to hold their tongue more at this time, and during this Mercury retrograde coming up, you're going to be challenged. God is going to face you, dangle like a carrot, situations where you could spit something back. Like yesterday, I was riding my bike. It was a really nice warm day and everyone was out riding. And there are two lanes. There's a lane for going this way and a lane for going that way. And I was passing someone and I saw these two cyclists and I made eye contact with one of them. And because they're in a pair, I thought that the other one saw me. And there was more than enough room to pass. But I literally crossed the line for a half second just to pass the person that was very obviously in front of me. And this woman on this way, going this way while I'm going that way, was like, "You B-word, get on your side of the road." And there were so many things that I wanted to say to her because I knew I'd see her on the next lap around. And the next lap around, I just smiled and I said, "God bless you." And she gave me the worst look ever. But there's so many choice words that I wanted to say that I was thinking, did you not see I had to pass this person? Did you not see? And I was like, you know what? God bless you. God bless you. Because I know that was a moment where God was testing me. So a lot of you guys are going to be experiencing moments like this where God is going to be testing you. Now, Romans 12:19, love must be sincere. So hate what is evil and cling to what is good. So this kind of goes into what you water grows. So if you're around negative people, negative Nancys, if you're around people that are always kind of in scarcity consciousness, don't do that, that's risky, don't do that, that you could lose, don't do that. Well, you know what? There are millionaires out here who just sit and play video games all day. So don't listen. It's like there are so many different ways to make a living in this world today. And God ordains each of us separately and differently. And he does not ordain another human being to tell you what you're meant to do. He tells you what to do in his perfect timing, and he may kind of make it a bit of a scavenger hunt as you are on that journey. But with that, love must be sincere. So I heard this quote, it's dangerous when I go from being kind, or when I go from being sincere to kind, because you can be a total jerk and not be genuine and be kind or be polite, but to be sincere is different. It's kind of like the heart situation at the beginning here, making bad people good people. It's not about that. It's about turning people whose hearts and souls are empty and dead alive and bringing vitality back to them. Being kind or nice is not being sincere. Sincere has a depth to it. It means from your heart you feel sincerity and wanting the best for another person. So there's something here about learning to actually be sincere and feel sincerity. Also, Romans 12:14, bless those who persecute you. Bless them. Do not curse them, because it is not for humans to do. It is for only him. It is only for God to judge others. It is only for him. Also, gentleness can turn away wrath, but a harsh word will stir up more anger. Proverbs 15:1. So this is another situation where when that woman was being anything but gentle to me and full of wrath, I was gentle with her, and that turned away the wrath, which, just kept her anger with her. Whereas if I would have said something smart, being a smart butt, I'm trying not to cuss, then, that harsh word would have stirred up more anger, and then, that could kind of cascade and fall out from there. And I was also hearing, Jim Carrey, he talks about all someone being depressed is needing deep rest. So someone here might literally just need deep rest because they're quick. They're just going from one thing to the next. Also, I was seeing 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you've been seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3s, it's like you're getting past the first 4 stages and you're moving on to the 5, 6, 7, 8, but you need a break of deep rest in between. Remember, on the 7th day, God rested. So if you don't have a full rest day in your schedule, then this is now the time that you really need to implement that in. I was also hearing trading places or changing faces. So if you have a company, you could be changing its emblem, you could be changing its logo, you could be needing to change the face of your website. You could, someone could be hiring and have like a new spokesperson, a new face for their company. There's something here about changing something out, upgrading. Also, I was hearing 99 bottles of beer on the wall, or 99 bottles of whatever. So I don't know, something with that, 99 bottles. But then I was hearing, if you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a B ain't one, that 50 Cent song. So I don't know, there's something with that. Also, Jupiter Love, which is a song by Trey Songz. In it, he says, I think it's time we take a trip, tell me where. In it, he's like, I'm ready. So there's someone here who maybe lives at a distance from you, you live at a distance from them, you want to meet them, they want to meet up with you, and they're like, hey, why don't we just make a trip? So some of you guys could be taking trips. I was also hearing the song Hood, Iga. So yeah, the hood, and that word that I'm not going to say because I'm not black, so I'm not going to say that word. But anyway, in that song, he's like, hating on me will make your situation worse. Hating on me will make your situation worse. I'm the truth, and they say the truth hurts. So that's also how it is when you hate on others. If you hate on others, you're just making your own situation worse. And that is essentially, what God is saying in those verses that I shared. Also, someone here, the song Between the Lines by Sarah something, no right minds could wrong me this many times. My memory is cruel. So again, what you water grows. So someone here just keeps thinking negative thoughts. They're staying in a repeat cycle where no right mind could wrong me this many times. You already know that the person that you're with is wronging you, your work, your boss, your person, someone here is being wronged, and it's blatant. Then the other song, The Best For Me by Joyner Lucas, he says, tell me, is it really love if you have to ask them to stay? So there's a situation here where it's like, you keep asking, it's falling on deaf ears, and God is like, because this situation is not for you. He is asking you to have faith in him and to turn away from something and to turn your heart towards God's plan, put your life in God's hands. Bless you.